Maurisa's background is primarily makeup, mine is primarily hair. But we can both step in on the other side of that if we need to. That's actually where that comes in with the Odette and principal makeup look is Maurisa will help prepare that kit and prepare our makeup and hair artist to do what she needs to do upstairs. And then same for me, I'll make sure that they have the different caps that they'll take up to the dressing room to have that all ready to go.
So what's beautiful about that too, and in terms of a quick change for that, you really want to make sure that something's going to be layered in a way that makes it easier for the artist to either build upon that look, depending on how much time they have, because again, we're all having to work with timing around what we can get for. Sometimes I'll get 15 minutes, sometimes I'll only get less than 10, maybe even 5. It depends sometimes on what the dancer needs as well to get into wardrobe as well, because we all have to work in tandem in departments together. So I think that with the makeup in terms of that, what's beautiful is since we have this beautiful white sparkle, this is actually our makeup look that we do for Odette. And I love that, and it's gorgeous. It gives that pink with a little bit of soft smoky with the charcoal, and I think it adds a lot with the under and top liner. We always have to remember in terms of makeup, it's staged. So it's bigger than the average street makeup that you're gonna see every day. And when we're gonna go into a quick change for an artist, we have to also make sure that they can get the makeup look to design from that look to the next look and keep it under the time that we need.
This is one of the looks that we've used over time for the Queen. She's one of the main characters and one of the character makeups that we have in the show. So we start with a sketch along these lines, and then that gets interpreted by the makeup artist for the specific dancer that's wearing it.
In terms of the Queen's look that I designed for Anita here, I was able to take and interpret from this design that we had and create the element that matched based on her features, so I could definitely emphasize that beauty for that Queen and give her that stage glam look, so it really builds to that character level.
And that's one of the things you can see here as well is the progression in terms of design. So this is one of the earliest photos of the style of the wig. And in fact, she doesn't really look quite like that anymore. The same, the elements are there. We have that same fullness and the curl and everything. But we started to, we would get notes from Helgi and the artistic team of, this is a little bit too much or, too, it just varies. And a lot of times it can be a matter of volume. And then once they actually see it on stage, it's like, oh, that's not quite right. Can we shift that? And then that becomes our job to do. So then the second evolution of it became this look, which is the one you see here. And even in the rehearsals when we got this on stage, it became clear that it was still too much. And so then in terms of the final production when we did this, we actually went without the wig completely.